What's good, Tony? What's good, Cassie? You? What's good, Sabrina? What's good, Triple Darkness? What's good to everybody? Y'all, happy holiday. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas. Hey, everybody. What's good, Brian? Allegedly. Feliz Navidad, y'all. Feliz Navidad. My music skipping, but whatever, y'all. Throw the whole sector away. Just throw it away. Throw the whole entire sector away. Child, I can't sometimes with the way this sector operates. And it be like, I be able to pinpoint every little thing. At first, I wasn't even going to come here and do any live. I was just coming here. What's good, talent? I was just coming here to make my community wall post and go on about my holiday season. But once I made my community wall post, one comment in particular asked me, when I reference y'all in my community post, am I reference the side that I rock with or the side that I don't rock with? Clearly that person, hey, only Empress, and thank you for coming here, Taylor May. Clearly the person that put that comment must not realize I don't rock with any side. I don't. That might be why people say that I'm so annoying in the sector. Maybe why people call me a nuisance. I don't rock with any side. I move about the way I choose to move. And the crazy thing is, the person that said the side that I rock with, now in the course of the last week or so, well, I would say in the last 2 weeks, I've been on Brianna's panel. I've been on Five Babe's panel. I've been on Kimmy's panel. I've been on Pizarro's panel. I asked Tracy to drop the StreamYard link for me to get on Tracy's panel. And I've been on Nika's panel. So exactly which side do I rock with? I'll wait. What's good, Miss T Velocity? Hey, Astro Kid. Exactly which side do I rock with? I'll wait. Brian Stoll. I can speak on Brianna in my commentary if I choose to. You don't decide who is in this live broadcast. That's the decision of mine to make. Like, what? How you just gonna be like, Brianna not in this? How do you know? You don't know what I want to talk about. The fuck? What's good, Ernie and Bert? And Unbothered. My point in listing out everything is that I have actively tried to participate on the StreamYard link of each one of the sides. But I guess people don't see that. Child, y'all kill me. Because I don't choose any side. I done had recent beef with Pizarro. I had recent beef with Nika. Had recent beef with Kimmy. Done had past beef with Five Babe. But if Five Babe pissed me off, I'm going to tell her she pissed me off. Had past beef with Brianna. But if Brianna pissed me off, I'm going to tell her she pissed me off. Have past beef with Tracy. But she always trying to make it present beef. And if she pissed me off, I'm going to come up on here and say, Tracy, you pissed me the fuck off. That's because I stand alone. I don't take no side. I tell these motherfuckers what I think and what I feel regardless, because ain't nobody ever been on my side. That's the thing. It's funny how people be like, yo faves, yo faves. I responded to that message and I'm like, my only fave on here is Tita Talks. If your name ain't Tita Talks, bitch, you ain't my fave. Bitch, if your name ain't Tita motherfucking Talks, then bitch, you ain't my fave. Okay, all right, I see you, Pizarro. Like, but in all honesty, I think that the whole sector should be thrown away, because the whole point of beefing with somebody is to try to one up the person. Many people at the beginning of this sector took pride in being able to out roast, out gag, and out drag the next person. The main purpose of some of the things that people say is to piss people off, and sometimes to hurt their feelings, or either to kill them with the truth, or like Rick Reed say, to kill them with the facts of their life. But now all of a sudden, people are having hurt feelings. Well, isn't that what the purpose of the beef sector was to begin with? Why are people all of a sudden taking a look at this situation that happened with Kimmy and all of a sudden getting a new revelation? Shouldn't this have already been the revelation? Everybody is on here trying to hurt everybody's feelings. What's good? Something sweet and cocoa butter, little boss lady, Queen Sanity, everybody. Everybody is on here trying to hurt the next bitch feelings. Trying to take the next bitch, trying to basically say that the next bitch is down and dirty and all this kind of stuff. But now with this whole Kimmy thing, and this is what I have to say. I do believe that Kimmy was telling the truth. The timing of when she told the truth is questionable, but I do believe that she was telling the truth. Now, the only reason why I believe that it was truthful information is because, let's not forget, when everybody else was kissing Kimmy's ass, I was the only one out here dragging her. And I remember I used that to drag her when everybody else was still cool with her. You know, when she was all of y'all's fave, I was the only one out here dragging her. And how I even had that piece of information to drag her with was because she admitted it once upon a time in Pettyville. She spoke about it. Whenever her and Brianna had first got into it in Pettyville, she spoke about it. She spoke about how they were real life friends because she had been going through a dark time. And actually, if y'all have been around, y'all would also recall that Kimmy had the death of her auntie about 2 years ago. I remember that as well, because whenever I was the only person that was out here going against her when everybody else was kissing her ass, I used that as ammunition too. But I mean, I only did it because Kimmy had a chuckle about what VS did towards my mama. So why can't I use your deceased auntie? See, this is why I say just throw the whole sector away. Because if you come after my dead relative, I'm gonna come back at yours. Now, the only difference is whose roast and gag is gonna sting the most. If you come after anybody within my family, I'm gonna do the same about you. But who's gonna have the biggest sting with what they do or what they say? That's the question. The fact is, now it said, okay, well, people have feelings. Well, people have always had feelings. People didn't just start having feelings just because Kimmy had feelings. And even outside of just the roasting part, y'all, the beef sector has come across many suicidal content creators. I've spoken about suicidal children who were affiliated in the sector somehow. And nobody took the conversation seriously. People have vilified me because I even had an issue where I spoke about a child who was affiliated with the sector who actually successfully committed a suicide. But when I brought that up, that somebody successfully did it, someone's child successfully did it, It wasn't no deep conversation. It was just like, J.Dunn, you evil. J.Dunn, I can't believe you would speak about this on YouTube. J.Dunn, I can't believe you would say this. J.Dunn, that's supposed to be your friend's child. J.Dunn, J.Dunn, J.Dunn. Even outside of that, we have come across Neptarian looking from afar. Neptarian came on here. Neptarian came on here and actually attempted suicide on multiple occasions. I remember the first time that I saw it. At that time, I was just supporting Jay Wilson. And people came to Jay Wilson's to have Jay Wilson try to call him to talk him down because he came on live with a knife threatening his life and crying and things. But I don't remember the beef sector having as much of a deep, serious conversation about that. And we actually saw that on our screens. What's good, yourself, Kenna H, Angel Ray? We actually saw that on our screens. Then even outside of Neptarian, of course, we got the infamous Mona situation. But even after that attempt didn't go right, it became a whole mockery. Oh, she lied about it. Oh, she made it up. Oh, it really didn't happen. Oh, every single time somebody roasted and gagged her, she had to be half dead, the dead lady, the ghost, all of this kind of stuff. Meanwhile, that was something that really happened. Tracy's world always stay putting a gun to her head. Many of these people speak about their medication, but then let's talk about the talks of go kill yourself. VS told Shireen to kill her damn self at that table that day at the IHOP. And all hell broke loose. I can definitely say that Kimmy has told me to kill myself on multiple occasions. And now she done told everybody else. Or half the sector at least to kill themselves. So that's why I'm just like, throw the whole sector away. If this is going to be a whole roasting and gagging and stuff, then clearly what Kimmy is saying is that some people are not mentally strong enough to handle the roast and the gag. Even I heard Kimmy's video. I actually saw the video. I didn't have to get hearsay from anybody. Well, I came across the video and I saw the title of the video. And I hurried up and read about to the beginning to hear what she said. And I'm not doing no hearsay. I saw it live in real time. What I heard her say was that for the last 20 years, she's had on and off bouts with anxiety and depression and suicidal ideations. She said over the course of the last 20 years, she has been subscribed different medicines. Sometimes the medicines don't cooperate with her. So then she'll have to get off that medicine and then take another one. She said she once got a medicine and within about a month or two, she started feeling better. So then she stopped taking the medicine and then she plummeted into a deeper, darker depression. And she said that she has had several instances where she wanted to take her life. First instance that I recall her saying was from last year. And she actually stated that the reason why she got evicted was because she had given up so much on life that she didn't even care to pay her bills. Her mama and her friends came to her house and made her go get help. So she left and went and go get help. And that's the reason why her apartment was vacant and not paid for a certain amount of time, which caused her to get evicted. This is what she said. So after she got help that time, she ended up going to get her new place to get her life on track. But based on what she said, That eviction happened because she just let her place go in order to go and get help for herself that she needed to go get help for. So then the next time that she said that it happened was 10 days ago from Christmas Eve. She said 10 days ago from Christmas Eve. So I guess now that we are 2 days after Christmas Eve, then that would be 12 days ago. So 12 days ago is whenever it happened. The last time. She did speak about her second mom, unfortunately, being really, really sick, and having a terminal illness in which there had to be hospice care. Kimmy had to have care of her second mom, and the lady ended up passing away. It threw Kimmy into another depression, and she was ready to take her own life again. And she said it was only 8 days ago from Christmas Eve day. So whatever, Christmas Eve is the 24th. So 8 days from that. So I would say December 16th. December 16th is when she said that she was going to end her life. But when she called to see where she could place her dogs, her mama didn't want to take her dogs. She said that she made up a story to her mom and told her mom that she just wanted to randomly just go on a trip. And she was asking her mom if her mama would keep the dogs. Her mama didn't want to keep the dogs because the dogs are spoiled. They get on the mama's nerves and always getting into stuff. And so her mama refused to keep the dogs. So because her mama refused to keep the dogs, she had to rethink her attempt because she didn't want to take her life and leave her dogs up in there. So anyway, she said that she stopped answering phone calls. She said that China White was trying to call her all that time. She wouldn't answer for China. She said the Misunderstood kept trying to call her. She wouldn't answer for Misunderstood. She wasn't answering for any of her family members. She didn't answer for her man. She wasn't answering for nobody. She was just ready to just end it all. She said that she did plenty of research to figure out what would be the best way to do it. She said that she actually took days planning up to it to do it, and she researched how she was going to do it. She said she didn't want to take pills because she always felt like she would be the one to take all those pills and still not end up dying. Because she said the pills just might, make her sick to her stomach or give her diarrhea or something like that, but it might not have taken her out. So she was trying to figure out of the best way in which she could do it and be successful with doing it. She said she ended up snapping out of it. I can't remember exactly what caused her to snap out of it this time, but I think it had something to do with the fact that she didn't have placement for her dogs. I think it might have just been her dogs, y'all. Think once she felt like she didn't have nowhere to place her dogs, then she kind of just had to keep living. And eventually she snapped out. But this was all that within the last 8 to 12 days, y'all. So where people are saying that this mess was from last year and all this, no, absolutely not. I was right there up in the live and I heard it myself. And then also, the fact is, 8 days from Christmas Eve would have been December the 16th, which is her birthday, now that I think about it. And the only reason why I know Kimmy's birthday is because, yes, I've been guilty of doxing Kimmy in the past. But also I remember her birthday because my mother's birthday is December 16th. And I honestly could not believe that Kimmy would even have the same birthday as my mother, as much as me and Kimmy have clashed up on this application. But anyway, all of this took place within the time around Kimmy's birthday up until Christmas Eve, whenever she came to tell us. What she did not say what about this bulldagger? Let me see. Doesn't matter what anybody says, the entire sector hates three people. Tracy, Five Babe, and Kimmy. They are every other content creator's only topic. Well, no, I just said to throw the whole sector away. What you telling me that she didn't say? She did say that she had thought about pills before because there was actually she did a whole panel on this. That's why when she told y'all that she put it that she put that video on private, she did. Because Kimmy ended up after Kimmy told her story, then she had a whole panel in which she had easily about 6 or 7 different panelists up there talking about their own attempts or their own thoughts or their own situations. She had a few men that got up there and admitted it. One man talked about how he had gained a lot of weight. He gained a lot of weight out of college or something like that. And it really just left him up in the slumps and he wanted to take his own life because he lost a job and all this. It was a lot of people coming up there telling stories. One lady got up there talking about how she was having her own suicidal issues, only to not realize that her daughter was having suicidal issues too. And she said that her daughter actually took a bottle of Lexapro and came up in her room and kissed her and said, "Mommy, I love you," and walked out of the room. And that's how come the lady knew that her daughter had done something, and they ended up being able to get help and call 911 to have their daughter's life saved. And the lady stated that even though she was having her own suicidal thoughts and the fact that her daughter actually attempted it, she said that made her have to strive a little bit more in order to get her own self mentally so that she could help her daughter. She did say that her daughter is much better now, and she said that she was much better now. But there was a whole panel of different people sharing their own stories. Gotti was up there. China White came up there. Misunderstood came up there. It was a couple of men that I don't know who they are that came up there. The lady who talked about the daughter, her name was Black Swan or something like that. Y'all, it was a whole suicide panel going on with people talking about the thoughts of it, when they did what they tried to attempt it, if it worked, or how they were able to get back out of it. They were sharing hotline numbers, phone extensions, different things that you could do to get help for yourself. So that's all that was about. So where people are saying that this happened last year, no, it didn't. It was a more recent attempt that was going to happen, but Kimmy could not find a place for her dogs. She said the fact that she could not find a place for her dogs is what made her believe that she needed to live. Even one of the men up there said that he had got ready. I can't remember what he did to take his own life, but he remembers that as he was leaving, and I guess leaving his body, the body physically, he noticed an angel of death enter into his room. And when he saw the angel of death coming into his room, he automatically got scared and changed his mind and was like, "God, no, God, no, God, no." And I don't know what his method was, but whatever happened, his life was spared and he ended up surviving. And he said that he's not tried to go that route again. So I understand why she would private the video, because it was a lot of people up there just giving all their personal stuff. And as this sector goes, you really can't. But this is why I say throw the whole sector away. Because each time that people go back and forth, roasting, gagging, and dragging, you always trying to one up the person that you going up against. You're always trying to hurt that person or humiliate that person or damage that person some type of way. That's just the part of it. That's just the part of it. So if that's going to be the case, people, it's almost just like you might as well throw the whole sector away because nobody knew. And also the reason why, too, I forgot. Another reason why I remember the dates and stuff is because as I was listening to this live in real time, and I heard her say that attempt had happened like 8 days ago or something like that, I stopped what I was doing and went to my community wall and scrolled down my community wall to see, because I knew I had posted something about her ex-husband, and I was curious to see if my post had been posted in that time frame that she was speaking on, in which she was in this dark place and was about to take her life 8 days prior to Christmas Eve. And when I scrolled down my wall, I saw that my community wall post about her ex-husband was done 5 days prior. So Christmas Eve was the 24th. So I had put my community wall post about her ex-husband on the 19th. But the whole attempt situation and things like that had to have happened prior to the 19th, around the 16th and such. So this is how come I truly had a reason to remember the dates and actually fact check some things, because I knew I was one of the main ones that was giving that woman hell. And I gave her hell though recently because I felt like she lied on me to Tracy. So yeah, that was a recent attempt. But either way, I say all this to say, Kimmy said, and Fi Baby even said, that you never know what other people going through, what other people got going on up in their life, if they just experiencing something, if they on the edge, if they this, if they that. Well, that goes for everybody across the board. You never know what anybody on here is going through, what anybody else has experienced, how many deaths they just recently had or anything like that. Unfortunately, the beef sector has cultivated an environment in which you can't even come on here and tell people what's really going on in order for people to know, well, I'm not up in the best space for this roasting and gagging, so please leave me alone for the moment. You can't even do that because that looks like a sign of weakness. That looks like a sign of, that you are out here being vulnerable and you weak. So you ain't going to come and say, well, my brother-in-law just passed away, so I'm really not in the mood for a roast and a gag. So just let me hang out up on my channel right now. You can't just get on here and say, well, my sister-in-law just got diagnosed with breast cancer, and I'm having to help her through her procedures and stuff. So please leave me out of the roast and the gags. You can't just come on here and say that, because then that will be used against you. So therefore, throw the sector away, because there is absolutely no way to know what everybody's going through. And there is honestly no way that there could be any time when everybody isn't going through something. Everybody is going through something. Every single person is going through something. There is never a time where there is perfection in somebody's life. Everybody is going through something. If you come at somebody, they're going to try to clock you back, which is what they supposed to do. And if they ended up hitting you harder up in a space that hurts more, then you can't then try to blame the people and say, well, they came and I was about to do a suicide attempt because content creators made fun of me being evicted, and content creators posted stuff about my personal life, and content creators did this. But what did you do? What did you do to those content creators for them to do that? One of the things that I can't stand with this sector is people love to talk about what somebody did to them, but they don't say what they did to that person. Because I know damn well it's very rare that I just roll over up out of my bed and be like, I'm about to get on here and fuck with somebody that ain't said shit to me. It's very rare. It's very rare. I ain't just about to get the fuck up out of my bed and say, you know what? I'm getting my ass up on here and I'm going to cuss out a bitch that ain't said nothing to me. I'm going to cuss out a hoe that ain't never tried anything with me. No. 9 times out of 10, when I cuss you out, it's because you did something. But if I come harder at you than what you are mentally prepared to handle, then you shouldn't be able to then throw a guilt trip on somebody and say, oh, I almost attempted suicide. That's not fair. And that's not right. So throw the whole sector away. Because it seems that the reason for the sector, the way people have operated up in the sector, unfortunately, the antes have been upped and upped and upped and upped and upped. Now that I can admit. Each time you see a fight, some people have to up the ante and up the ante and up the ante in order to do something that's different than what has been seen before. Otherwise, it's pretty unlikely that you will have an effective quote unquote win as being the best roaster, gagger, or dragger. But I'll drop my link for a few minutes, but I have to say, y'all, to summarize what I'm saying, before Kimmy, there was Neptarian. Before Kimmy, there was Mona Simone. Before Kimmy, there was Tracy's World. Before Kimmy, there was a few others. Before Kimmy, there was Sansaray, even though she wasn't really in the beef sector, but she had affiliations around here. Before Kimmy, there was a lot of these other people. And I just say that we can't just decide to all of a sudden take the conversation seriously now as if we haven't seen this be an active thing within this beef sector easily a couple of times a year. And that's been about for all the years that I've been around here. It's always somebody. So I just think it's interesting that because it's Kimmy, now people taking it seriously. And then when people are taking the conversation seriously, Kimmy would then turn around 4 hours later, get on the live, commits to cussing out most of the people, and then telling almost half the sector to kill themselves. This is another reason why I believe that what Kimmy was going through is true. I ain't never called her a lie. Because again, I've heard about this already before because I used it to drag her a couple of years ago. But then also, because I feel like each and every time she was telling me to kill myself, she was projecting her true feelings on me. Because she was feeling so miserable within her life that she wanted to die, she preferred to just tell me to kill myself instead. That's called projection, y'all. That's called projection. Have you ever been with one of your friends or something? And y'all might be out and about doing something or whatever. And your friend might feel hungry. But instead of your friend just saying, I'm hungry, let's get something to eat. Instead, your friend will ask you, are you hungry? That's projection. Because your friend already feel that they hungry. So instead of them just saying, hey, let's go get something to eat, they going to say, you hungry? To project their feeling of hunger onto you so that you will then want to go and get something to eat with them. Have y'all not had that happen with y'all's friends and families in the past? That's one of the basic things of projection that most people don't even realize, but that's one of those things that are encountered pretty regularly up in your everyday life. I think that that's all she was doing every single time she telling people to kill herself. But I think that it totally defeated her message that she was initially trying to convey with the earlier video, to then get upset and come back and turn around and make a mockery out of it by telling all these people to kill themselves, when she just laid her feelings and her emotions on the table and let us know that she was close to doing another attempt on December 16th of this year. It totally goes against the original message. It totally goes against the original message that she was trying to convey. And so that's all I'm saying. You cannot want the sector to be empathetic of you, but then in the same day tell half the sector that they need to kill themselves. Or pretty much tell everybody up in the sector except the people up in your alliance. Essentially, Kimmy would be okay if everybody up in the sector killed themselves except for her pretty committee, Tracy, and Fabe. Everybody else, though, y'all can go. Y'all can go. It's a mess. What's good, Tita? Oh, look, my fave up in here. For everybody that's talking about me and my fave up in here. My fave done dropped down up in the chat. Yay, yay. Tita talks, my fave. My fave. Ciao. Tita, I had to call you my fave because it was somebody arguing up in my comment section up on my community wall post trying to say that I had a fave. That maybe it was like a Kimmy or somebody like that was a fave for me. But that Kimmy ain't no fave of mine. Brianna ain't no fave of mine. Pizarro ain't. Nika ain't. None of these people up in these trios is my fave. They just not. They might say something and I'll have a problem with them tomorrow. Who knows? They ain't my fave. But anyway, y'all, let me get my link. I'll put my link. Hey, Jamila. Because, yeah, at this particular point, everybody has something going on. Everybody has lost people within this pandemic. Everybody has personal issues or family situations, financial issues, whatever. Everybody has something going on. So if we all know for certain that everybody has something going on with their lives, then shouldn't we just throw the whole sector away? Shouldn't we? Oh, now she's saying I'm lying on her. Hold on. Let me go to your comment. This lady, Davna, let me highlight you. Let me highlight you while I read your comment, because I ain't lying on you. She said, now in response to my community wall post, in which in my post, y'all, I put, with all the suicidal content creators and children that have been a part of or affiliated with this sector over the years, it's only now that y'all are finally taking mental health and suicidal ideation seriously. All because Kimmy came on Christmas Eve and told y'all to do so, only for Kimmy to come back 4 hours later and tell half the sector that they need to kill themselves. Ciao, bye. So in response to this post, this lady that I have pinned up here said, her response was, depends on who the y'all is. Because when Pizza said she was going to off herself after her bank account was dry, the other y'all took it very seriously. So are you, she's talking about me, are you calling out both y'all's or just the ones you don't rock with right now? Which is implying that I have a fave somewhere in the situation. And I responded to her and I said, I am calling out both sides. I've always rocked solo and hit any panel that I choose to hit. I said, I was just on Kimmy's panel last week, actually. So that's the comment. I didn't lie on you. I think what I got from, Oh, I didn't say that you said that Kimmy was my fave. I just said that Tita is my fave. Because I started this off letting people know that my fave is Tita. So if you think for a second that I got any other fave, I done told you my fave is Tita. Everybody else is just everybody else. You said, hold on. You said, so are you calling out both y'all's or just the ones that you don't rock with right now? So either way, if you're saying the ones that I don't rock with, then if there are ones that I don't rock with, then there has to be ones that I do rock with. So at this point, I don't know who you're talking about, but I responded to let you know. No, that was this lady whose comment I put right there. Oh, Fem Manure had responded. She responded to the message. But a couple of people responded to that same post. But either way, let me see. Child, I just think even with me using the term y'all, for some reason, the lady thought that it needed to be divided when I was talking to the sector as a whole, because I was speaking about how the sector has seen many suicidal content creators come up and through here. And I said, y'all, which is referencing the sector, but for whatever reason, this lady had to make it like, well, which y'all talking about? I'm talking about y'all as in the sector. The sector. That's the y'all I'm talking about. And yeah, she do call she called film noir female manure. She do. She just silly. She do that. But y'all, either way, I just wanted to say my piece on that because yeah, I put my community wall post. But then as I saw the comments rolling in and me trying to respond to the comments, I preferred that I would just get on here. Oh, and please like my video, y'all. I prefer that I would just get on here, say my piece about my thoughts on this whole situation and remind everyone that say that they have been here since day one that we've seen many people have these mental health crises on here. We've seen many people come and speak about their own mental health crisis, the mental health crisis within their families, all types of stuff in the past. We've seen people speak about attempts and things like that in the past. We've seen people even try to go far as trying to do an attempt in the past. But it never warranted a serious conversation back then. Or maybe back then those content creators who did that, they didn't have as many numbers. Their following was too small. So I guess because they didn't have such a large following, case in point, Nat Terrian, because he didn't have a large following, I guess nobody cared enough to speak about the stuff that he did on here on a few occasions. Oh, and why I have a whole lot of y'all up in here too. This is a little bit off the subject. And I guess it's okay for me to tell this because it was told on somebody else's platform earlier today. So I don't think that I'm overstepping any bound. However, y'all may notice that Chat Rep's channel is gone. I don't know if y'all realized it, but her channel is gone. Earlier today, I happened to get over there up in the bushes at Ken Nola News. And he was speaking about this same topic. But basically telling Kimmy how proud he was of Kimmy and all this kind of stuff. And towards the end of the live, y'all, Chat Rep clicked the link to Kiki's. She came up there and you could hear in her voice that she had been crying. So Kiki asked her what was wrong and everything. And she said that when she got off work today and she got home, she found out that her female cousin had been shot in the head. Now, as we all know, Chat Rap does live in Chicago. She does live in Chicago, y'all. We hear about these crazy Chicago shootings all the time up on the news. But she said that her cousin was in the car with the cousin's boyfriend. And the cousin's boyfriend got into an argument with someone. Y'all, I don't know if it was like a mechanic or who it was. I don't know. But the cousin's boyfriend got into it with another guy, and the guy pulled out the gun and shot into the car and hit Chat Rap's cousin. And once she said that, she started crying. And that happened today, according to what she said, y'all. And once she said that, she started crying and she got off Ken's link. By that point, Kiki went on ahead and ended the live and said that he was going to go over there to see about her to her channel. And y'all, by the time that I got over there to her channel to try to find her channel was gone. So y'all can go and confirm this if y'all go and look at probably like the last 10 minutes of Kiki's live. His live that says, "I'm proud of you, Kimmy," or something like that. It happens like up in the last 10 minutes. Or basically bread ball to the end of the live when you see Chat Rep get up there. And that way you can get the details of it. But I think that's what made her get rid of her channel right now. Which I think is unfortunate, especially to have that happen to your cousin, when it seems like, from what I heard Chat Rep say, her cousin wasn't even intended target. The boyfriend was. But because she was up in the car with her boyfriend, she ended up getting hit. But I don't think the cousin was the intended target. But Chat Rep found out all of that when she got off work today. And it's just messed up to have that to happen up in a family the day after Christmas. So that's why her channel is gone for the time being. I don't know if she hid it or if she deleted it. It's just not there. I don't know if it's hidden or if she deleted it completely. But if you go search for the channel, it's not there anymore, y'all. So yeah, I heard about that as well. And that was the thing that kind of ticked me off too. Because I'm like, now we having this whole debate about people threatening to actually take their own lives. Meanwhile, you got people like Chat Rep's cousin whose life was just taken today. When you really sit back and think about the people who really play with the idea of suicide, and again, I don't think that Kimmy was playing, but I'm just talking in general. When you think about the people who do play with the idea to get attention and stuff, to play with the idea of trying to take your own life, and you got people that's every day that's really being shot accidentally or being killed accidentally and all this kind of stuff. But people want to play with the thought of taking their own lives. Y'all, just don't make sense. The truth, I don't know that it is a play. And as a matter of fact, I don't give a damn. I think when people start to assume that every damn thing is a play, I think it's crazy. I don't think that anybody will get on here and lie about their cousin get shot in the head and then take their channel away. Because if it's a play for what? She done took her channel down, so it ain't like it's a play for no damn cash apps. I think what's interesting is as soon as people become content creators, you can't have everyday life happen to you because people like the truth is thinking that it's a play. Can't nobody up in your family really get shot in the head and get killed because, oh no, it's a play for attention. You can't actually go to the doctor and realize that you sick because, oh no, it's a play for attention. You can't really be outside driving up in your car and get into a car accident that damage your whole vehicle because all is a play. Hell, even in Joy's case, you can't just be minding your business up in your new house that you done only been in for 1 week and your roof cave in because all is a play. I mean, my God. Just like y'all subscribers have shit happening up in y'all lives and to the people that y'all love, just like y'all have that stuff happening every day, so does everybody else. So does everybody else. Like, I'll be good goddamn. I have cousins out here who make horrible decisions. They older than me. They be making horrible decisions. And sometimes my cousin could have gotten into a situation like that, heaven forbid. But see, that's another reason why, even when stuff do happen up in my life, I don't get on here and tell y'all the motherfucking thing. Otherwise, it's a play. Y'all know J.Dunn ain't got no cousins. Y'all know she the only child. She ain't got no cousins. She lying. She ain't got no cousin. Ain't nothing happened to her cousin. That's a play. Child can't. Let me see what Truth said. Let me see what the Truth said. Truth said, I'm saying that because Chat Rep threatened to delete her channel before and was so dramatic as well, so I don't put anything past her. And that's fair. That's fair. But I think she can delete her channel without saying that somebody got shot in her head. Hey, Mercury, let me put I get what you're saying, but Chat Rep could have easily just deleted her channel and been just as dramatic as she wanted to be without saying that her cousin got shot in the head, without crying and things like that. That's all I'm saying. I mean, y'all really act like that people ain't human beings and that shit be happening around their life and in their families. Right, Davna. Right, Davna. No, and I get it, the truth. I get it. But yeah, it's just like, it's always, people be so suspicious about everything to where people can't even have real life experiences and shit like that without somebody getting suspicious of it. Why in the hell? It just don't make sense. But yeah, so I only said that because I saw Honest Row did a community wall post asking about where Chat Rep was. And then I saw Honest Row also did a video about where Chat Rep was. And because I did know where Chat Rep was based on what she said on Kiki's live earlier, all I wanted to do was just convey what I heard and direct y'all to the live so that y'all can hear for yourselves if y'all want to hear anything else. But shortly after she got off Kiki's live, her channel was gone. And that's all I know, y'all. Told Tabri said, at the end of the day, we don't know each other, so everything is questionable. That is true. But I'm telling you, within the course of these, couple of years, I done lost several people. But I never come on here and tell anybody about it. Just because I know about this area of YouTube. But the fact is, if I were to say who I lost or whatever, and then people automatically think it's a play for what? But that's neither here nor there. If y'all really view content creators so much to the fact that you don't think that everyday life happens to them, then something is wrong with you. If you truly believe that only everyday life happens to y'all as subscribers, but nothing happens to other people, something's wrong with you. Because with that thought process, then you really believe that everybody lives a perfect life with perfect relatives, with a perfect job, with a perfect car, with a perfect family, with perfect everything. Like, what? There is not even a such thing as that. And I honestly think chat rep is too new around here to just get on here and lie about something like that. But I mean, who knows? The only people that will be able to get to the bottom of it is people that live in Chicago. I mean, hell, these shootings happen everywhere, but especially in Chicago. So if you want to know if it's a play or not, check the Chicago newspapers tomorrow and the next days to come and see. See if something is reported. Well, it just happened today. Lil Shay. Hold on. It just happened today. So there is no newspaper article right now because it just happened today. Lord. It just happened today. She said she found out about it when she got off work today, y'all. Would you feel bad if anything happened to Kimmy? Be honest. I would miss her presence up on here, but if she inflicted it upon herself, I don't know. I would have to think about that. When people do that type of thing, I really do have a conflicted viewpoint. On the one hand, you feel bad that their presence is no longer there. But on the other hand, you have to think about that they did what they wanted to do. That's the difference. These people that actually commit these types of acts, that's exactly what they wanted to do. So who are you to put your own wants above what they wanted to do? That's just my thought on it. But that's another thing. Kimmy is just a figure on this application. I'm not going to cry and grieve and all this kind of crap. No. I got family in my real life that I need to be worried about. That's another thing. Chat, do you know how emotionally depleted everybody would be if we really gave an all the way fuck about what happened to each and every single content creator on here? Do we want something bad to happen to, or let me speak for myself. Do I want something bad to happen to anybody on here? No, I don't. But if something bad were to happen to somebody on here, I would feel upset about it, but I couldn't give it too much energy because I got to give my energy to the people in my real life. I have to still keep my energy for the people in my real life, for the people that I see every day. So I can't let my energy be thrown off because of stuff that's going on here. Because then where am I going to have the energy for my real life? Hey, Joanna. Right, Mercury, right. And some things you do. I mean, of course, you can acknowledge something, but then you just got to keep it moving. But at the end of the day, when it comes to suicide, that person did what they wanted to do. And that's what you have to always remember. It's what they wanted to do. So how would I throw myself emotionally out of whack because somebody did what they wanted to do? I just can't do that, y'all. People wake up every day and do the things that they want to do every day. And that's not my business. That's not my business. Like, even with Lady P, I felt bad about what happened to Lady P. But I couldn't dwell on what happened to Lady P. Because I still had my own life going on. Still had my own relatives that were dealing with COVID. I still had my people up in my real life. I still had my own responsibility still. So all you can do is take a little bit of time to reflect on it, but life goes on. Life goes on. Hey, Hood Table. And happy birthday, Hood Table. Was your birthday today? Yeah, your birthday today, I think. I saw on your community wall. I think today is Hood Table's birthday, y'all. But yeah, y'all. Well, everybody say happy birthday to Hood Table because I think today is her birthday. And y'all, I apologize if I ain't been able to read every single person's comments. That's one thing about me. When I have these lives where I do a lot more talking than looking at the comments, I typically do rewatch the live so that I could catch whatever comments that I missed. Tell the truth now, said it is a very selfish thing to do. Life is very hard. We all have to get through it. What's good, Erica Kelly Vlogs? Happy holiday. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Happy everything to everybody. Hey, Juju. Oh, your birthday is Thursday. Okay. Child, I don't know why I thought your birthday was today. Y'all, never mind. Never mind. I lied, y'all. I lied. Save them happy birthdays to Thursday. My bad, y'all. But yeah, sorry about that, Hood Table. I just know I saw something on your page about your birthday, and I was just assuming it was today. So my bad. But anyway, y'all, save that for her for Thursday. Her birthday is Thursday the 29th. I'm sure she'll probably do some up on her channel for it. And so that way y'all can look forward to going over there for that. But anyway, y'all, let me get on up off of here. I done been talking for an hour. I dropped my link a couple of times. Nobody wanted to hit it. It's interesting. Whenever I be doing my dragon lives, then people be like, well, I can't hit the link because you dragging people. But now this is just a calm conversation. Nobody wants to hit the link. So, you know, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Insanity said, J.Dunn, you didn't see my comment. You haven't addressed Miss Intel's age 5-year-old journey. Yes, I did. I addressed that weeks ago. You might have missed the video in which I spoke about it, Insanity. But I addressed it weeks ago. I think it was one video in which I was talking about Pizarro. Let me see. Like, that's the thing. People be coming and asking questions. They expect you to address something that you don't address weeks ago. So I spoke about that 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. If you go to all of my lives and scroll down to a live from 2 weeks ago, you will see it. And you can get my thought about it. Hey, Queen Diva. Happy holiday to everybody. Hey, the Joy Queen. But anyway, y'all, let me get off of here. Y'all take care. Be blessed. Don't stress. Please like the video. If you're catching the replay, please like the video. But child, with all of this going on, might as well throw the whole beef sector away. Take care. Be blessed. Don't stress. Hey, must be. Bye, y'all.